Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be sharing with you how to make Nigerian meat pie without butter or margarine, oven or gas stove. For the dough we are going to be using salt, baking powder and 1 egg for greasing. I had to put that oil in the tomato cup so that you people will see the measurement I am using, okay? It's going to serve as a guide to anyone that wants to try out the recipe, because in my last video a lot of you were asking for the oil measurement, okay? So I had to put it in the tomato cup so that you can see the measurement I am using, okay? So next we are going to measure out the flour. I am using 500 grams of flour, but for the sake of this recipe I'll be measuring it also with the same measuring tomato cup so that you people can see the measurement also. I think the 500 grams gave us 3 cups of flour, okay? So this is the measurement, 3 cups of flour with this 1 cup of oil. That is what we are going to be using for the recipe. While that is going on, I would like to say a very big thank you to you, my returning viewers, my subscribers. Thank you all so much for always coming back to watch my videos. I am grateful. Your girl is grateful. We are on our way to 1000 subscribers, and if you are new here and you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do, okay? Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell also, leave me a comment, and do not forget to give this video a huge and massive thumbs up. So to the flour I'm going to be adding in my salt and baking powder, okay? If you love sugar in your meat pie, you can add that now, but I don't use that, okay? And if you are using nutmeg, this is the right time to add it. And next we are going to introduce the oil into the flour, okay? But before that we are going to mix to combine all the dry ingredients together, okay? If you are using butter for this recipe, you're going to be needing a sachet of butter. That is at 250 grams or 240 to 250 grams of butter can do the job, okay? I'm going to be introducing the oil. We're not adding all at a time. We're just going to be adding and mixing until we get the desired texture that we are going for, all right? And we're just going to mix everything. Follow the video, okay? You're going to understand what I am doing. Like I told you guys, the oil in the cup is just for measurement so that you guys can understand what I am doing. And next we're going to add water, all right? You don't need a lot of water to make your meat pie, just a little bit. As you mix, you add the water, all right, until you get a ball of dough, not too soft and not too hard, okay? The dough doesn't have to be stretchy like you are making buns, all right? Just mold it into a ball, and as soon as you get that, you are good to go. Inside the cup we have the remaining oil, okay? So it means that the smaller tomato cup can actually do the job, okay? And for the water I used cold water, okay? The water is very cold, that's why the dough is looking like it's very strong now, but when it's rested it's going to be normal, okay? So I'll keep the dough in the fridge to rest for 10 to 15 minutes while I prepare the meat pie filling, okay? In a pot I'll go in with some vegetable oil, and next I'll be adding in the onion, okay? Saute that for some minutes, and I'll also be adding in my thyme, curry powder, and I'll saute that for some minutes as well. Next I'll add the beef, okay? I am using chopped beef. You can also use minced beef if that's what you have, but I'm using already cooked beans. I'll saute that for some minutes, and I'll be adding in my carrots. Next I'll also be adding the cabbage, okay? If you are using potatoes you can add that, all right, but I'll be using carrots and cabbage for this recipe, okay? I'm just going to stir that for some minutes before adding in the meat stock, okay? So next we are going to thicken it with a little bit of flour mixed with water, okay? And yeah, after stirring for cooking for some minutes, the filling is ready, okay? We are just going to set that aside to cook completely before using it. While waiting for that to get cold, we are going to beat the egg and also grease the pan for baking, okay? I will be using the pot cover for baking, so I'll be greasing it with oil. So here is where we are going to be baking our meat pie, and I've added sand into that. The stone I'm adding is going to serve as a rack or something to hold the pan, okay? So if you're using sand, make sure you get that from the one they used in building. All right, and next we are going to prepare the fire. I'm using charcoal to bake. So if you are doing this, make sure that the fire is not too much, okay, so that by the first 20 minutes the first charcoal you add should be enough to bake the meat pie. Then before you can check and add another one later. So don't add too much fire, okay, so that the meat pie will not get burnt in before it's done. Okay, now our dough is fully rested. We are going to divide that into the number of pies we are making, and then we're going to go ahead to start rolling that out. If you are still watching and you still haven't subscribed, please do that right now. Okay, hit the subscribe button. And so this is how we are going to be rolling that out, and I'll be using this meat pie cutter to cut the dough. Okay, we are going to fill it with the meat pie filling we made, and we're just going to cut it out. You can see how beautiful it is looking with the cutter. Okay, I'll just leave you guys to watch and follow the process. Okay. For those who do not have a meat pie cutter, this is how to achieve the perfect meat pie shape. Okay, you're going to use a bowl or any rounded plate. Just use it and cut the meat pie, and here we are good to go. So just follow the process. Okay. So just before we bake, we are going to egg wash it. Okay, we are going to use the egg that will beat the other time, to rub on the meat pie, just to give it that shiny golden color after baking. Okay. For 15 minutes, and this is what I got after baking. Okay, you can see how beautiful the meat pie is looking, and it tasted so delicious, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, leave me a comment, thumbs up to this video, and I'll definitely see you in my next one. Bye guys.